Hello everyone, it's time for another Bellarific Friday challenge, and this week's challenge was an inspiration picture which I will have on my blog so you can see it. It was basically this multi-layered cake with tons of color and fun, and my first instinct was to use the actual same image I used for last week's card, or was it the week before? Anyway, the Uptown Girl with the big layered cake, but instead I decided to kind of play on the colors, and there was like a big yellow flower on the cake. So this little Uptown Girl, Opal the Optimist, her dress caught my eye and I was like, oh, I'm going to use that instead. So I stamped her onto CC Designs Copic Quality White cardstock with My Favorite Things Black Licorice Hybrid ink. And then I am going to color her in with Copic markers. So I didn't super speed it up this time. This is only at about 200%, which feels really slow. But just a tiny bit sped up just so it doesn't take too long, but I'll play a little bit of music and then I'll be back in a minute to explain the rest of the card. Alrighty, so once I was done coloring in the image and adding the little shadows and whatnot, I had some pattern paper. This is from the Echo Park So Happy Together. I don't even think this is available anymore. And I think I said that the last time I used it, but I always forget to double check. So might not be available, but I'm only using a tiny little piece from it. I'm using one of my small open scallop dynamics from My Favorite Things and just die cut this kind of floral pattern paper from the pack. The colors kind of went really well with the inspiration piece and the colors I chose, so I thought I would use that. And after die cutting it, I just trimmed it down a bit and then adhered it to the side of the main panel. And then I have some old, this is old Stampin' Up! Grosgrain ribbon. I have no idea if they sell it anymore. I literally have had, you know, those great big huge rolls they would come in that last forever. So I've had that stuff for years, but the yellow was perfect for this. So I tied that around the main image and tied it in a bow. And then the sentiment comes with this stamp. So I stamped it onto some MFT limeade cardstock with the same black licorice ink. And then I just die cut it with one of my Fishtail Flags Stacks dies. And then just trimmed off the edge because I didn't want it to be too big and to cover up all the coloring I did. And then I decided to pop up this little main panel on with some foam tape. So get all that into place. I like to use a fair bit just so it doesn't bow at all in the middle. And then I'm going to line that up. I start at the fold at the top of the card. This is a standard A2 size card, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And get that all lined up and then figure out where I want to put the sentiment. And a little bit is going to hang over, so I just trim down a little piece of foam tape to put right under there so that that doesn't get bent either. And then a little bit of adhesive to just stick that onto the card so it stays in place. And the inspiration pick had all these little kind of like bubble embellishments and different things on the cake, so just gave me an excuse to pull out a bunch of my little enamel dots. These are the sprinkles by Doodlebug, and the colors were perfect, and I went overboard and added quite a few. I just thought they were cute, so added a bunch of those, and then finally had to add a little bit of bling, so I used my yellow Wink of Stella for the flowers on her dress, and then decided to coat the wine bottle with green Wink of Stella. And then finally took my blue Wink of Stella and just lightly scribbled along the little frilly areas of her dress. And I've said it before, if you haven't seen some of my other videos, I love the colored Wink of Stellas. I just find them even more glittery than the clear. They're so much fun. So you can see right here, it's so glittery. I just love it. So I was going to add some glossy accents, but as always, I'm kind of running out of time and I have a tendency to really mess that up if I don't set it aside properly to dry. So left that out and just finished the inside really simple. I just die cut 2 more little scallop strips of that same pattern paper and just adhered them to the inside of the card, and then just inked up the main image again. This is with the Memento Angel Pink ink. That's one of my favorites. So, and stamp that in the center there just to finish it off, and that's all there was to it. So I will post a link right below the video to my blog post with pictures and links and all that fun stuff, and all the supplies and everything, so always be sure to check that out below. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and thumbs upping my videos. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!